Hey guys, so excited to bring you on for this little makeover of a couple of my containers in the very front of the house. The zinnias that you're seeing here, they are definitely done for the season. Even though my heart is not ready for fall weather, the zinnias and other plants that I have in the very front, south facing front of the house, they're just done. They're just done for the season. The heat really hit them hard this summer. We really had a very, very hot summer in my opinion, and while zinnias do love the heat, they are definitely showing signs of disease. All the leaves on them are covered in powdery mildew. Others are a bit crispy on the underneath. When I planted these zinnias here in these containers, I did not give them any support. I got them really, really close together, and they did amazing. I actually got a lot of compliments from people walking by and from my neighbors. They love the color of these zinnias. Well, they did their thing. They're definitely done. They're definitely done. I am actually not going to be saving seeds from this variety, even though the color was lovely. They're just not, it's just not a variety that I truly love, if I'm being honest. The main reason why I'm getting rid of them today is because, well, they're done. They're definitely not so pleasant to look at, and also because I didn't have any support on them. They were flapped after we had a huge storm about, I don't know, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, and they just kept on growing, and they're kind of leaning a lot on my boxwood hedge that I have there. So today I am just going to be concentrating on removing everything here, trying to get as many roots as possible. They're definitely going to be super thick in roots in these small containers. The containers where I have them here are the corten steel containers that were at some point part of my kitchen garden in the back, but this season I decided to move them, and they have been doing great here. I did go to the nursery, to the garden nursery, and I found a couple of things. And hopefully we can, I don't know, make this area a little bit fall ready. Raise your hand if you're just not quite ready for fall. Whether or not I'm ready for fall, the plants are ready. It's the season. The temperatures in the morning actually have been a little bit on the cool side. So I am just going to take advantage of this, throw some mums, throw some pumpkins, and I'll just have fun with it. The boxwood hedge that I have here are very new to this area right now. Last year in the middle of the summer, I redid this whole corner. I moved a boxwood hedge that I had a few feet a little bit over, kind of going towards the hydrangeas, and all of these boxwoods were in that spot. Over the winter, some of them didn't make it. Some of them actually didn't come back, and I had to find replacements that were about the same size in the same variety to kind of fill in the spots in between them. And as you can see, some of them do look a little bit different. So right now I am not too worried about having the perfect boxwood looking hedge. I just want to make sure that these boxwoods are completely established before I start trimming them super heavy, and just keeping them clean, making sure that they can breathe, especially from the space in between the planters and the hedge is definitely key. And I have been watering them. I do have a soaker hose around them that I kind of turn on whenever I don't have the time to deep water. I just leave that hose on for an hour or so, and they get plenty of water. Hopefully they'll come back next year, and hopefully this hedge is just, you know, develops into something just beautiful. The new plants that I am using here on these corten silk plants are simple yellow mums and two ornamental purple millet grasses that I found at one of my local garden centers. And these plants, all of the things that I got here are already grown. I'm actually kind of surprised on how cheap they were for the size. And I think they're going to be looking really good here. The mums still have a couple of weeks more to go before they fully bloom, but I think that they're going to be a really good addition to this little corner. And like I said, all the zinnias that I removed from here were just loaded with disease, and they went straight into the trash. I did not keep any seeds of them. They were just done. They were just done. Next, I am going to be working on the containers, the corten silk planters, the huge planters that I have in front of the house. The plants that I have there, some of them are still looking great, and some of them are definitely done for the season. The lantana that I planted here, which is the citrus, tropical citrus something, completely took over the space. I also had some geraniums and a couple of other things here going on early this summer, but they were done. I think that the heat really did not help them, but the lantana is just thriving. Originally, I wanted to get rid of the coleus and the Verbena bonariensis that you're looking at here, but they still look amazing. I mean, I'm really surprised that the coleus is just performing really well. This is actually the first year that I had that coleus in complete full sun. It had handled west side of the house sun, but this year it was in completely full sun, and it's performing really well. So my plan for these planters is that I am going to be removing a lot of the dead stuff that is going on here. I do have a couple of dahlias, the sweet Suzanne dahlias here. I am not going to be worried about saving the tubers from those plants. It will be definitely the wrong time of the year to save those tubers. But the plants just got sick with something. I think that I do have some sort of spider mites maybe. The plants they're definitely done. So I am going to be digging to make extra space for other plants, other fall looking plants that I have here. And hopefully I can just reuse, I can just leave the plants that are still looking great alone in these containers, and I can just add a little bit of instant fall colors. I am definitely really happy with how the containers look like right now. They look refreshed, they look cleaner, they look healthier in my opinion. I did have to trim a lot of the lantana that was just covering everything here. Like I said, I have probably trimmed the lantana at least twice this year, and it has just pushed new growth, new blooms after that. So I'm really happy with this. I added a bunch of pumpkins. I added a few mums. I was going to get containers, nicer looking containers for the mums, but I honestly cannot even see the containers, so it doesn't really make sense to me to just do that. So the black plastic pots where they came in, that's how they're going to stay. And I just have to make sure that they get plenty of water. And overall, I think that this is how things are going to stay through the fall. I might add a couple of solar lanterns here and there as the season progresses, but overall, I'm really happy. Thank you for being here, you guys. I will see you on the next time. I have a bunch of videos coming up. Stay tuned. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope that your fall season is going amazing. I hope that you're still harvesting flowers, vegetables, all the tomatoes, all the zinnias. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next time.